My name's Carmichael. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Havana, Florida. This is my 4th season as a professional, and here I am. I think, from amateur days to now is definitely what I expected, probably a little more. It's a big jump from amateur to professional, and it's definitely fun. I think the money has gotten a lot better, and the fans and the show has gotten a lot better from what I've seen when I was racing amateurs and up till now. Even the 4 years that I've been racing, I've seen a difference. I think my view on freestyle is it's their own little sport. They're doing their own thing, and we're doing our own thing. I kind of stay out of it a little bit. I know some of the motocrossers and the freestyle guys don't get along, and I don't get into that much. And personally, I like racing better. It's the roots of motocross, but the freestyle guys are definitely taking the tricks to a different level. They're pretty insane. With the competition these days, it's really tough. It's not easy work at all. It's gotten really hard this year. I think there's 4 or 5 guys that can win. It comes down to not who's the fastest, but who makes the less mistakes. Definitely coming up from the amateur ranks in a couple years is going to be Bubba Stewart. He is one of a kind. The guy is dominating. He wins like by 30 seconds every race I hear about or watch him. He's a cool kid, and he's got a flashy style, and he's awesome pretty much. That's all there is to say. The first terra firma there with me, Travis, and Bubba was kind of a little plug-in for us, I think, from Fox, just wanting to get their amateur guys in there and give us our 2 minutes of stardom, I think, is what it was based around, I think, which was cool. We had never been in videos before, and Fox was coming out with the first cool motocross video, and we were sponsored by them and just hooked up, and there we were.
We got a place back home called the Dairy Queen, and you get blizzards like chocolate, vanilla, cookie dough, and Oreos mixed in. I
really didn't want to mention the Dairy Queen thing, but because everybody mentions that now, but that was funny. I catch a lot of flack about that still. Whenever hey, you remember the first terra firma Dairy Queen, man? I made it sound like no one has a Dairy Queen in their town when the things are nationwide. I think the new motocross video games are awesome. I have my own that THQ makes, which is a championship motocross, featured by Carmichael. It's pretty cool. That's the last thing I ever thought of having, as an amateur. Being a professional one day is having your own video game and going to stores, like Best Buy or whatever, and seeing your video game in there. It's awesome. It's cool that companies these days are able to do that for you. I'd say to the little guys coming up that look up to me, I'd just tell them that, listen to their parents, have a good time, and ride as much as they can, and always give it 100%. And if you make it to our level one day, it'd definitely be worth the wait, for sure. I just want everyone to remember as when I retire is a good person, fun to watch, fun to have a good time with, and a good ambassador to the sport, and hopefully I'll be able to take it to another level as Jeremy did. That's my plans, at least, and that's what I hope people look back at me as.